Hey everybody, and welcome to STARS Podcast at AAERT in St. Louis. I'm Deanna Oaks, and I'm here with my fellow STAR companion, our Executive Director, George Catuogno. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you.
Yeah.
We're just going to try and talk today a little bit about you and your path and how we both ended up here at this amazing organization and what we have to offer. So why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you got here?
Yeah, great. I actually have a rather long history in this industry, but kind of also outside the industry. So, many people know my sister Nancy Varallo.
Yes,
I actually work with Nancy now in the Varallo group, but that was the end. That was not the beginning. The beginning was working with my father, and actually Nancy was in our business at that time. My brother Ray was in that business. So we had a family business in court reporting. It was called Catuogno Court Reporting, and I started down the path of getting trained as a steno reporter, following my sister, my brother, my father, and actually had an opportunity dumped on my lap to get into the medical transcription business. I was working in the office at the time as a manager, and just started to run with this opportunity, and all of a sudden it morphed into something so amazing that I left the court reporting to go focus on building a medical transcription business, which evolved into a company called Steno. So Steno, back in the 90s, franchised, and then as technology evolved, we evolved with it, and we built a web-based platform that allowed us to manage subscribers to use our technology to run their medical transcription businesses. So I've been, in around the court reporting industry with my family, but I was so focused on that for a 30-year career.
Oh, wow.
A long time, yeah. So I actually really wound up being more focused on that. I was on the National Board of Directors for the Medical Transcription Industry Association, so I was in deep, to that end of things.
Yeah.
But I moved from Massachusetts, where our family business was. In 2014, I moved to Florida and decided to do something different for a while, so I got involved in a few other things, including real estate. And when COVID came, my sister Nancy called me and said, hey, I'd really love to have you come and join me, with COVID being the uncertainty of the future in real estate, is that where you want to be, or do you want to come join me here? And so I did. I went back and joined Nancy and worked with Varallo Group, and as a result of that, taking on the management of court reporting firms, STAR, and also Project Steno. It's been interesting and fun just to be back in this space, but now not focused on medical, focused on court reporting.
Right, and the more legal aspect, which encompasses, sometimes medical for sure, but so many avenues, right?
That's right, yeah.
Including real estate.
Including real estate.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about being a part of this industry now?
Well, I think it's fascinating just to, first of all, it's not the medical transcription side of the business that I grew up in and worked. It's the part that my family was always involved with. So it's still fairly new to me as I come back to it. Yes, I have a great awareness of it, but there's no burnout. It's all new frontier for me, so it's very exciting. So I actually love Project Steno. I love being involved in and on the front lines of working with setting up classes, enrolling students into the program. Right now we are busting out at the seams. We've got, probably 120 to 140 students a month coming through this program.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Project Steno, I think it's fair to assume, is stenography-based. It
is. It's a 6-week training program for the general public, anybody that wants to learn about this trade before jumping in completely and investing time and money in something that might not be for them. To learn, get their hands on a steno machine, to learn a little bit about the profession, to be around instructors that come from the industry that they can interact with and pick their brains.
Yeah.
So it's really a great opportunity. NCRA has A to Z programs, so these two programs are both trying their best to build a workforce, right?
Yeah.
And what I hear is an amazingly there's a lot of attrition going on. There's a great loss of workforce. So we're trying, I have to tell you, it feels like sometimes cleaning a bathroom with a toothbrush, you're just a drop in the bucket compared to what we need. So, it is a challenge, but they're two great programs that are really, trying to help the industry. So it's exciting to be a part of that.
I think what's also exciting is that, the fact that we still need these workers, we still need these people, these human beings to come be a part of this workforce. And I think that there's kind of this underlying hum of anxiety that we're not going to need these people or these jobs are going to disappear. But that's not your experience, right?
Well, no, I don't think that's a real concern. I know people are concerned. I honestly don't know why people are as concerned as they are. I think maybe there's just a pride of, hey, we've worked so hard. This is a trade. This is a craft that we've developed, and it has taken a lot of time to get to where we are. And we do something that's very special. That's very unique, and we don't want to be commoditized and have somebody coming in that just can do it so easily, so to speak.
Right.
Especially when they know that the quality of what they do is superior. It's tremendous.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, we have the reality of the attrition in the marketplace. I see it every day. I love talking to all of these students that are enrolling. I have literally a one-to-one relationship with every single one that comes through the program, and talking to them about their future and how they go forward with that, encouraging them in the Steno pathway 100%. But I also see, from a business perspective, that there are a lot of companies that are really struggling to cover work. Being a management company, we experience that firsthand every day.
Yeah.
It's a real concern. There's just the natural evolution of technology. Anyway, it happened in the medical transcription industry. I saw it there, and you have to adapt. You have to evolve. So I imagine that's part of it. I don't know what else is behind all of the angst that seems to be out there. I do know that STAR is Switzerland. We are here to bring unity. We are here to bring strength and unify this industry, because that's what you need to do. If you want to survive for another generation, that's what you need to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about STAR. I mean, you were, like you said, not in the industry for a long time, and STAR has been around for quite some time. And, they started out as kind of more of it's always been a users group, but almost more of like a firm owner and an agency kind of driven a group. And now kind of what's your experience and how do you think about STAR?
Well, I can tell you just from going to conferences that the numbers have not been there at any conference, whether it's STAR, AAERT, NCRA. I mean, the numbers are shrinking everywhere. So again, to me, that's just an indication of you need to come together.
Yeah.
You need to unify. You need to stop fighting.
Yeah.
You need to stop worrying about, I don't know what. Are you threatened that maybe somebody's going to take your job away? I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
sure
clearly not, because the jobs are still there.
They are, and there's room for everybody. I'll backstep for a second and tell you something that happened in the medical transcription industry. If you want to think about the difference between evolution and disruption, this is kind of where the rubber meets the road. So Stenograph is an innovator. Stenograph is an enabler. Stenograph is, in the worst of terms, friendly fire. Right?
Yeah.
And they're not even fire, period. They're an ally.
Right.
Okay. They are here to help everybody evolve and to support every methodology under the sun. When I was in the medical transcription industry, I was on the board of directors from 2005 to 2009. We had 800 members in the association. And inside a span of 3 years, that shrunk down to under 100.
Really?
Because a third-party company came into the industry that was not friendly fire, that was a market disruptor, that saw an opportunity because there was a marketplace that was fragmented, that was not together, not focused and organized and planning for their future. They were just all operating, very, very disjointedly. And so, a market disruptor came in, and they commoditized the industry, and they basically, pull the rug out from everybody. So that industry imploded on itself. People struggled to survive and make a living, and they were the product of a disruption rather than just dealing with evolution and enablement when you have the right group of people. So right now the court reporting industry has the opportunity to come together and be that.
Yeah.
If they're smart, they'll do that.
Yeah.
If they miss the boat on that and stay fragmented and stay divided, then just wait for the disruptors to come in, because that will be a much uglier scenario.
For sure.
So,
no, absolutely.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, like we continue to say, the work is still there. The work still needs to be done. But if people aren't able, we're stronger together, right? I try to say that
That's right.
every one of these sessions. I think it doesn't matter what field you're in or what country you live in. I mean, that is just the bottom line.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to handle these things, if you're still stuck in a time where you're handwriting things or whatever it might be because you haven't evolved, then you're going to lose out. And, it comes from networking, it comes from education, it comes from so many things. And I think that that's kind of what STAR is trying to do, right? I mean, that's kind of our base element is inclusivity, right?
That's right. People should be able to come and network together and talk about anything without fear. And I think in a lot of cases, too, that probably is what happens. People are afraid not to be on the right side of an argument, right? They have people who are very vocal. It's like politics, right? You have 10% on the left extreme, you have 10% on the right extreme,
right.
And the 80% that are somewhere reasonable in the middle
yes.
Get overshadowed by these loud voices. And they're afraid to speak up.
Absolutely.
So that's what happens. And so people need to be less afraid. This is, as I mentioned, Switzerland.
Yeah.
So come to Switzerland and be a part of our organization, and then you have a safe place to network and to learn different tracks and to learn everything about this profession. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah. And I love that you use the word safe, because that's really entirely what it is about. There's no negativity in our organization. It's all about working together and learning from each other. I have learned so much from reporters of different walks and different methods. And honestly, to me, it feels like it almost inspires you to learn what they do, because they have such cool tricks of the trade and things that they think, make their jobs easier. And even though we do similar things, one person's easy, it's easier for me to do this. It might be easier for you to do this because we're different humans. You know
right.
what I mean? So you're able to kind of learn those things that you wouldn't have any awareness of if you didn't have a conversation with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you focus on being the best at what you do, focus on yourself being the best at what you do, you have nothing to fear. You're going to be successful.
Right.
And I think it's just also important to think about the next generation, as an industry. If we worry about, I've got to make sure that I'm protected for the next 10, 20 years. Well, what about after that? Because 30, 40, 50 years down the road, what's it going to look like then? So if we don't
right.
take control of all of this in a unified way, then somebody's going to be the tail that wags the dog, and we're not going to like what happens.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I know in my state, I just learned this recently, but they unionized the stenographers, and they had digital reporters that did not unionize, and the stenographers were trying to bargain for more money. And this is all hearsay. I wasn't a part of the industry or anything, but I believe it. And they had to say, if you don't make everybody equal, then they're only going to hire this workforce that they can get away with paying less money,
yeah.
right? And so it seems like it's very much the same kind of thing. We have to unify in order to be a stronger, more powerful voice.
Totally agree.
And it's just something that for some reason is lost on people. They
yeah.
don't see how we could be stronger together. And I hope that we have an opportunity to reach those people and let them know that this is a safe space and this is a place where you can let us know what you're scared of, and let's work together to make it something that we can accomplish.
Yeah, and I think it's time just to also move downstream and get beyond these conversations, and let's just start focusing on making the industry stronger and better. And those that want to come along, those that come willingly, come.
Yeah.
Those that want to kick and scratch and fight, we'll never shut the door on you. You're always welcome to come back around. But we need to move forward. We need to move
yes.
on, and
yes.
so that's what we're going to do here at STAR.
Yeah.
And we're going to be downstream focused, and I think as we look forward now, we're excited about our conference in San Diego coming up next year in April. It'll be April 17th to the 20th, I believe, are the dates.
Yeah. Beautiful San Diego. Beautiful spring.
It's going to be at the Marriott Coronado.
Yes.
So it's got a beautiful resort. I mean, this is something I want to encourage you to bring your families to. Bring your spouses to, and make a vacation out of this, because it's a great resort, and we'll have a lot of great content. We are also going to have a pickleball tournament.
Of course you would play pickleball while you're there. I am in no way surprised.
I'm going to personally run a clinic, so anybody who does not know this game and wants to learn how to play pickleball, come, sign up, and do this. And we're going to hold classes for those that have never played. For those that have some experience, we're going to have some fun with a little tournament, and we'll have an area where spectators can just come and watch if they want to do that. So that'll be either Friday or Saturday morning of the event. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun there, and it's definitely something we want to encourage you to bring your family and bring your spouse to, and and be a part of this. This is going to be great.
It is going to be great. And this is the first time hearing about the pickleball, but what I love about this, more than just the fact that so many people love the game, is that it really aligns with STAR's mantra that you're going to have something for new players, people that don't know how to play the game, and then you're also going to have something for people that are competitive. And that is exactly what we are trying to do as an organization, is provide things for students who have no exposure to our professional world yet, and then people who've been in the industry or even retired. It's a place that has something for everyone.
That's right.
And it's just really, really, I am so happy to be a part of this organization.
Me too. It has been a blast, and I'm excited to be the executive director and just working with so many great people that care, and that are willing to, put something up to make our lives better, make this industry better. It's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any last words that you want to say to the public about?
No, I think we've covered a lot. This has been great. Thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you all in San Diego next year.
Yeah, thank you, George, and we will see you in San Diego. It's going to be great. April 2024. We will see you there, and we'll see you next time.